Hello, everybody. It's good to be with you as Richard takes a well earned rest after Easter. In the time BC, by which I mean before coronavirus, I was researching some ideas for an Easter service that I was due to lead at Norton Primary School, where I'm part of an Open the Book team. One person suggested that what the disciples experienced on the first Good Friday was similar in some ways to the feelings you get when you're on the phone to someone and you suddenly get cut off. Perhaps they go out of range of a signal or something. The disciples had lived with Jesus for 3 years. He was part of their everyday. He was their leader, their friend, and constant companion. Then suddenly he was taken away, first arrested and soon after brutally killed. They were devastated, shocked, and bereft. But then, 2 days later, that's by our method of counting days, he was suddenly back. The signal was restored. He was amongst them once again, talking, eating, and teaching. They may have been a bit confused by his comings and goings, but the feelings of utter dejection on Friday had changed to feelings of utter joy on Sunday. I suspect all of us have experienced our emotions going up and down dramatically as we have lived through the coronavirus pandemic. One day the news has been encouraging with a reduction in the number of new cases. The next day we hear that there's been an alarming upsurge. One day we learn of a family member or friend who's been infected by the virus, or possibly even of somebody who has died. The next day we allow ourselves to rejoice a little as someone we know has recovered and is able to return home from hospital. Under pressure like this, our emotions are very raw. We need something or someone to cling on to as we ride the turbulent waves of circumstances. Many of the Psalms were written by people under pressure. Psalm 62 was probably one of King David's, and he certainly had more than his fair share of ups and downs. He had some very high highs, but also some very low lows. In verse 2 he declares, "He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my fortress, I shall never be shaken." Our emotions may go up and down, but let us all pray that our faith would remain firm as we cling to our rock, the Lord Jesus, in these worrying times. He demonstrated his deep love for us when he went to the cross in our place on Good Friday. And of course, there he experienced the sudden loss of contact with his Father, letting out the anguished cry, my God, why have you forsaken me?" But he also demonstrated that he is still here for us now by returning on that glorious Easter day. With his help, we can indeed never be shaken.